Now, hear me out. What if a bear made $30,000? Not a physical bear, but an image of a bear in a PDF. Does that sound crazy? Because it's actually true, all right? So I discovered there is this business. They sell PDF files, and there's a picture of a bear inside that PDF, okay? Now, before we continue, the business I'm about to explain to you, I do this full time, all right? So for receipts, take a look. Yesterday, we did $743. Every day we make great money with this business. Let's proceed. So this bear, okay, this cute little bear sells for $18, as you can see here. And 1,246 people have bought it, okay? And every single day, it's making sales, right? Now, here's the part where it gets crazy. When I use a software to analyze how much money it's making using the Everbee tool, it's an estimate, but it's pretty accurate. In 9 months, it made an average of 35.43 every single month. A PDF file that has these pictures of bears in it has generated the business owner $3,500 a month. Now, if we do some simple mathematics here, that's $31,000 from a picture inside a PDF file, right? The process behind this is crazy. And the reality is you actually need very little effort to actually run this business. The numbers I'm showing you, I do the same thing selling in my own PDF business. We're selling PDF files, right? Now, let me explain more about this PDF business. Here are the benefits of selling PDFs with images inside them. For one, it's passive income, literally. You list the PDF file to the greater marketplace. People buy it, and then the system automatically delivers that to the customer over and over again. So you can literally be sleeping and your PDFs are making sales. That is passive income, right? The business sells itself for months and years. If we go back to this listing for 9 months, the owner could be in the Bahamas. He could be anywhere chilling, minding his own business. And his PDF of the teddy bears are selling month after month after month. And a PDF is digital. There's nothing tangible. It doesn't. There's nothing. Nothing exists in the real world. There's no inventory like other businesses. If you were gonna buy inventory from overseas to sell locally in America, there's no inventory. There's no risk of expensive inventory. It's all digital and automatic. And the best part, if it's all digital and you're relaxing and it sells itself, there's no stress, which means it's going to be better than most business models that you may know of, like drop shipping or buying stock and selling on Amazon, anything physical. This business defeats all those businesses, right? Quick little coffee sip here. Good. So let's break down the business, right? So we have PNG. A PNG is an image file which customers need. They're buying it, but we're just putting it in a PDF so we can upload it to Etsy, because on Etsy, when you sell these products, you can't actually just upload the image files. You're better off having it all be hosted within a PDF. So when people buy this, right, Joe Schmo, whatever, they're buying it so they can print it out for their own custom use. So whether they have a tablecloth and they want to put a print on it, a t-shirt, hoodie, put something on their wall. These are creative people. They rather buy the files online and print it out themselves, because these people are crafty people and they can save money themselves printing it out versus us printing it and offering the physical item first, right? This is known as the printable market. So we're actually tapping into a billion-dollar market of people who need things printed out. We're just giving them the images in PDFs. So we're like the middleman, right? They can do whatever they want when they get the images. We're supplying the images, right? Are you with me so far? Good. So I'm going to give you a step-by-step guide how to do this thing, right? The first thing, right, if you don't have an Etsy seller account, you want to go and make one on their site. It's a simple process. Literally go on Etsy, type in Etsy seller, register, and you're good to go, right? And then step 2, you want to do market research. You have to understand why people buy this stuff, right? They purchase these printable PDFs for affordable wall art and home decor, for their children's rooms, or maybe a gift to gift to someone. They're going to print it out and gift it to someone, right? We're going to soon be in Q4, right? November, December, Christmas time, huge gift spending, right? People are going to be buying PDFs. You want to use the right search terms. You want to go on Etsy, the search bar, and type in, right, teddy bear wall art for the example I showed you. Or maybe if it's for a baby's room, nursery decor, or just for like, older kids, sports poster, bears, whatever it may be. You want to spot trends and styles. You want to analyze which themes, colors, aesthetics are trending and which are not as popular, right? You want to compare and see. The listing above I showed you is a bestseller, if I go find it, bestseller badge, selling every day, variables that prove it's selling, right? Don't go into something that's losing popularity. Now, once we have everything, right, we have a creative idea that has potential, you want to visit ChatGPT. We're going to be using AI to make all this because I'm not an artist. I don't know how to paint. I don't know how to draw. However, ChatGPT knows how to do all that. It's my little assistant AI tool, right? So I'm going to open ChatGPT and I'm going to write, make a teddy bear wearing, let's say for sports, because I want to have a unique design, a cricket kit holding a bat and make it vintage with a hat, okay? And then if I don't like the result, I can even tell ChatGPT to tell me what to write. So the way AI works is you have to feed it the most amount of info to generate the image. If you struggle with that, you can literally tell ChatGPT to make the prompt for you, right? So like if you're new to this, you would write something like make a teddy bear wearing a cricket kit holding a bat. And then the enhanced prompt would be an old vintage style illustration of a teddy bear dressed in a classic cricket kit holding a wooden bat with a charming nostalgic feel. See all the details as I'm saying it? Muted colors, textured shading, slightly worn details to invoke timeless character. All of this, I would just copy paste it and make ChatGPT generated based on its suggestions. It's actually smarter than you think, right? And the result is actually pretty amazing, as you can see, right? So we said make a vintage styled teddy bear in a cricket kit. Here you go. Here's the result. And then here's another one. These can be great little designs you can put in someone's room. I can also test out more variations because in this business, you're going to have to test out all sorts of designs to see what works best and then give that to the customer. And then the mock-up, which basically is a rendering of what it would look like in the customer's room, because a potential customer is going to visualize what would this art look like in my house if it's wall art. So a mock-up allows the customer to visualize it. So as you can see, we have mock-ups of what it would look like on the wall and, make them want to buy, right? So once we have all these pictures, all these variations, we're going to put them all in a PDF file and then we're going to upload it. Now, it's very important that the PDF is high quality, right? So the images, each one should be 300 DPI. You want to check with ChatGPT, the quality is good. You also don't want any duplicate imagery, right? You want to make sure everything is unique because your customers are paying for it. And everything is professionally laid out. You don't want files to be too big, but you also don't want them to be too small. Usually what I recommend is you want your images to be big enough because most customers are going to want to have different sizes. So if you do like not too big, but big enough, they can shrink it to their liking and the quality will remain good because it's already optimized. If the quality is optimized for a big size, as you shrink down, the quality will be strong, right? And the last step is you upload your PDF to Etsy. You're going to create a new listing on Etsy, okay, and list your PDF there. You're going to use proper titles and descriptions, and you're going to use keywords to rank, right? So if you follow me back up here, this listing, you see set of 6, vintage teddy bear sports wall art, baby shower, gift, boy. See the keywords? They're all crucial keywords to rank, right? Now, keyword research, crucial. You have to ask yourself, what would the buyers be typing on Etsy to find, let's say, a teddy bear, right? You're going to use Etsy's search bar. When you type something in, like on Google, it will give you suggestions, auto-complete suggestions. You're going to use that on Etsy to see real search terms, to see what are people looking up. And then you're going to take those keywords, whether it's short or long tail. Long tail just means more words. And you're going to put all of those in your tag section. So when you make a listing on Etsy, you want to fill up about 13 tags. So as you can see here, vintage sports teddy bear room decor, vintage sports bear. We got nursery set, nursery boy art prints, teddy bear wall art downloads. You get the point. You fill that up. Then you're going to have your title and description. So main keywords at the beginning, written naturally for buyers, right? So vintage style teddy bear is the first one, obviously, and all your other long tail ones can be at the end, as you can see. And you don't want to keyword stuff. Make it readable, right? The customer needs to understand what they're looking at. And descriptions should be pretty basic, right? You know, transform your child's room with a cozy vintage styled sports decor. Looking to create a space that feels both playful and timeless. You literally can ask ChatGPT to make a description for your wall art and it will understand exactly what you need to make and it will make that for you. And then just tell it to write it in a customer focused tone. It's really simple, right? Now for the marketing, you can basically just list them on Etsy or you can actually post them for free on Pinterest. Pinterest has a lot of artistic buyers and art lovers. So as you post these, just make posts on Pinterest for free and you'll actually get organic traffic. Now, if you want to get guaranteed visibility, we recommend using Etsy ads, right? Now, here's the formula that I run for Etsy ads, right? They're cheap, literally just $5 a day to show your designs to buyers. And it's a simple process. If you're making sales, raise the budget slowly. You're profitable. Congratulations. If you're not making money and you're spending $5 a day, it's very simple. Turn it off and try another. The risk is a cup of coffee. Very, very small risk. If this works and you have a winning design, you literally can keep selling over and over again and make thousands, like the example I just showed you. It's like if it works, you have like 9 months of consistent sales. So here's a more visual guide. Put the ads on for $5 a day. Run it for only 2 to 3 days. And if you make money, meaning you make money, you spend $5 and you make more than you spend, keep the ads on. If you spend $5 and you're not making more than you spend, turn them off. It's that simple. Okay? Now, if you want to use Pinterest, which is another social media platform, just to post and for marketing, all you have to do is make pins like this. You just post the link or your image and put the link to your store and people will naturally see that and go buy. Now, to do that, you want to set up a Pinterest business account, optimize your profile, a picture, a shop name. You want to organize your pins by board. So the way Pinterest works is you have a board with a bunch of pins inside. You want to organize that so you can be like, this board is for cute designs for my child's bedroom, and you can have the teddy bears and whatnot. And then you want to add the same process for Etsy for keywords, titles, and text. Put that in your pins as well. And with Pinterest, just post every day, and naturally it's a snowball effect. You'll actually start getting organic traffic to your listings. Now, this is an optional one. If you have the budget, you could even run ads on Pinterest. It's cool, but I recommend if you are going to pay for advertising, go the Etsy route. And that's pretty much it. So if you want to run a business, pretty much like what I showed you, a PDF business with images inside, I have a step-by-step dirt cheap guide. The link is in the description, and that's literally all you need to get started. And I'm going to keep posting videos every day like this, so make sure you check out the link in the description, drop a follow, and I'll see you in the next video.